Hi, I'm Scott Olson of FounderBuzz, and I'm here today with Mike Torto of rPath, CEO of rPath. Thanks for being with us, Mike.
You're welcome. Pleasure to be here.
Well, I know you've got some interesting news to talk about, but why don't you kick things off just telling us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
We do indeed. And again, thanks for having us. rPath you can think of as app logistics for the cloud. We take the complexity and chaos out of building and deploying systems for the cloud. And in particular, we do so with deploying applications. So the deployment and ongoing management of the application. We do that in a push-button way. And what we're going to be talking about today is how do you enhance the experience that existing Puppet users have around doing configuration management, but more so giving you an enterprise-grade ability to actually have that push-button deployment of those applications onto a cloud platform.
And when you speak to enterprise grade, does that also include a lot of the SLAs that are around availability and reliability of the applications that you support for your customers?
Exactly correct. So it's a process of being able to not only package and deliver those applications, but the ongoing support of those applications also in a very automated way.
Okay. Well, I mean, the news sounds interesting, and I'm very familiar with Puppet Labs, and would love to hear a little bit about what you're doing with them, why Puppet, and why now.
Yeah, so certainly rPath is announcing as part of our rPath Cloud Engine 6.5 that we are going to not only support an integration with Puppet, which we've been doing for quite some time, but also bundling it as part of that 6.5 Cloud Engine. And the reason for that is we look at this as really a holistic problem. And while Puppet Labs has done a good job supporting the Puppet community, for using Puppet as a configuration management tool and a necessary part of the whole application management process, we feel at rPath that there's a lot more to that. And to be able to really get users in an enterprise or MSPs or other kind of cloud service providers to a real fully automated type system, you have to do that with a different approach than just simply scripting. And you have to consider the whole process of delivering that application and then managing it over time. So the bundling of Puppet makes a lot of sense, certainly for Puppet users and certainly for rPath users that want to have a more holistic, again, automated push-button approach to the delivery and ongoing management of an entire system.
Yeah, now you said at the beginning that this is really for existing Puppet users, but when you talk about bundling this with your your engine and your app, does that mean that you're going to be really introducing Puppet as kind of a core element of what you bring to new customers as well?
Yeah, so we certainly have our own configuration management, but you can't deny that there are a large number of Puppet users out there. And what we're trying to do is clarify to the marketplace what technologies are best suited for handling what aspect of the application management job. So they've clearly done a great job of getting users rallied around their script-based approach, but we don't think that approach really can handle the kind of complexity of the future. And while still a great solution for doing configuration management, not an enterprise-grade solution for automating the delivery and management of that system and the applications. Right. So bundling all of this together makes sense. And what we're trying to do is tell Puppet users, you've certainly invested in that for a reason and the right reason at the time. Now, thinking about a more holistic approach to the app delivery and management problem, you really need that enterprise-grade automation, and that's what rPath has been developing and working on for the last 5 years.
Okay, I understand. And so, I mean, this is a way to broaden the offering for people that have started out with some automation in the cloud, and really for your customers that move this into a more automated and reliable way that you support through SLAs and other things.
Exactly correct. It's just a more efficient way to do enterprise app delivery. And certainly when you consider the audience that rPath and the customers that rPath have, it's not just the enterprises, but it's also the MSPs and the cloud platform providers. We have a partnership with Cisco as an example today where they not only use us for an internal cloud deployment, they're using us as their external hybrid cloud offering as the mechanism for managing the system over time.
I understand. I think it's great. And certainly as people move more critical applications to the cloud, then they need the right kinds of support.
Exactly correct. Exactly correct. So we recognize as part of that, one, you don't want to tax the customer twice in the cost of a support agreement. So what we're saying is, look, if you go with a more enterprise-grade solution, and that's what you're looking for over time, a real model-driven, version-controlled approach to managing the application and quite frankly, the entire stack, then you're going to pay us for support, but why pay support for two different parts of the total system? So if you're already a Puppet user, you're going to use it in conjunction with the rPath Cloud Engine 6.5, then we're going to support that aspect of Puppet for free. We're not going to charge you anything extra as part of the total package.
Well, it sounds great, and I appreciate you taking the time to share your news today, and wish you best of luck in the future.
You bet. Thanks very much for having me.
Thanks, Mike.
Take care now.